All right, please have a seat. I continue. Please have a seat. I already saw a lot of the split decision among the guest speakers, so it's going to be a very difficult problem, I think. So let's start with the problem number 1. 2-1. Okay, you have 3 choices. The first one is, actually I don't remember what the first one is. Yeah, you have 3 choices: 13 to 11, 6-5, or 24 to 22, 6-5 the second one, and third one is just 8 to 18. Okay, let's ask guest speakers. Okay, who chose 13 to 11, 6-5? Only Mark? 13 to 11, 6-5. Okay, who chose 24 to 22 and 6-5? And Palapa, what did you choose? C? Okay. Decision. Okay, Mark and Victor chose 13 to 11 to 6-5, right? And that's the right play. And Palapa play 21 to 18 is almost random. Well, making a 5 point, I mean, hitting is very bad because that gives black too many numbers. Black has 5 to hit, 3 to hit, and 1 to hit, and 6 to hit. So almost every number hit. Actually, 32 numbers that hit. And if black hits, then white loses everything. White doesn't have a 5 point, white doesn't have a race lead, white has nothing. So 21-18 is very bad. And between 2 plays, after you make a 5 point, you have 2 plays, splitting with deuce or coming down from the midpoint. Now let's ask the speaker's opinion about this. Why you chose 13 to 11?
The choice between 13 to 11 and 24 to 22. I remember a recent post on BG Online where you actually made a request out to people to figure out when is it right to make the triple split. Or when is it just like, I think it was something like that. Oh, maybe the theme was whether to step up with 1 and stay back, or something like that. And this is kind of the same thing here, where if you play 24 to 22, you're opening up for the blitz value from in black's positions. He has 9 checkers in the zone, and we have kind of a priming position. We need to contain the back checkers, so 13 to 11 kind of fits into that game plan. So it's a mix of not activating too much blitz value in black's position and trying to play a priming / containment game ourselves.
I actually played 44-20. And what Mark just said was perfectly fine. And I thought I just, 44-20. Yes. Sorry, yeah, so the 44-22 I thought that gave me a little more flexibility. But I do agree, it gives probably like a little too much lead. And 13-11, it's fine development.
All right, thank you very much. Well, actually, I found out because you are down 25 ticks. Even after 2-1, you are down 22. If you are down so much, you need to contain him. You know, you don't need to activate 24 to 22. It gives black a lot of good numbers, like 5-3, double 5, double 3. A lot of good numbers will be good. You don't need to do that. You just need to have a guy here and to make trying to make a back point. And I think this is the reason. So okay, let's move up to the.
What was your play?
My play, I think I split actually. I scored 0, which is good, okay? Because all the problem is my turn. So next one is 6-3. You have 3 plays, 24 to 15. Hit from the back, or you can hit 3 and cover 6, or you can play quiet 24 to 18 and 8 to 5. So who chose 24-15? Okay, Rafa chose 24-15, and who chose 18-15 and 8-2? Oh, all right. Okay, this time Rafa was right. Okay, why is that, Rafa?
Okay, so I'm just losing the race. So the best way to get ahead is by coming from the back, which is the checker on the 24. That's the one checker where it's the worst place on the board for me, and I want to get rid of it. The best way for me to get rid of it is by coming all the way out and hitting at the same time. I know that the checker on the 2-point is exposed, but I'm just hoping to avoid a hit, and this way my position will stabilize again. Also notice that if you play 18-15 and 8-2, you're leaving a lot of guys open, so that when he comes in, he's going to hit. And you're going to be in a lot of trouble when that happens. So, all you're trying to do is just actually like the safest move. In fact, when you play it like that, as opposed to hitting and covering.
Okay, thank you very much. My way of thinking, my way of tackling this position is you have to hit with 3, that's for sure, because you are down so much. Okay, after I decided to play 3, then I will think about the 6. Which point is better, 18 point or 2 point? For sure 18 point is much better because this is a bridge point connecting a back and front. So this is my way of thinking.
22-13. Of the 3 plays that was offered, that's the only pure smooth play. That's how people would play probably 20 years ago. But why is it correct? We saving the checker from the back, and we leaving 2 blocks exposed. At the same time, we don't pile up any more checkers on the 6, and we leave white position probably the most flexible. And if we play 14 and 13 to 8, just too many double shots and too many numbers which don't hit that twice, make 5 or 4 point, just practically makes every number for black, good. Plus we've had in the race, so we bring in the back checker, we save it, and then we add to the midpoint, which is not overloaded, so we just play naturally.
Alright, yeah, actually this move, the best play is very natural. And even if you got hit with 6, you have always 5 to make a point. If you got hit here, it's horrible because you have a guy back there, so you don't have a high anchor. And even if you got a 5-point made, then you can always end up on the bar and can cover or can safety the block. So this is actually the clear play after you see it. But over the board, I got chicken and I tried to, safety any block, and I played 14 and 11 to 6. That's a horrible play, but I did. So anyway, let's go to the number 4. 6-5. 6-5. Well, basically, this is you can make a 2 point, or you can make a 1 point, or you can just play quiet and 20-15 and 13-7. So first of all, anyone chose the quiet play, 20-15 and 13-7? Okay, Victor and Sabu. Okay, so Falafel, what did you chose A, so make 2 points and 1 point. Mark? All right. This is actually a tricky problem because I think a lot of players had a hard time to think about which point is better, 2 points or 1 point. But this is a long way of thinking because neither of it is right play. The right play is just come to the 15 point and down with 6. So Victor and Sabri got a nice. Sabri?
I first thought but checkers behind the prime in the position. I need to track them out of the prime. My first prior. And if I make some points, I will make life harder for black. He will have bad numbers, so that he cannot play, cannot make some good points. That's my reason. Yeah, I agree with you. Also gives some bad numbers to black, right? Some 6 lines play also. Once we start with the black, and I think it's a little too early for white to start building, the low point. He checked behind the prime, just not the time. There were too many holes in the border.
Well, all right. This is my play. Sorry, I didn't see it. Sorry. So actually, stepping up is by far the best play. And making 2 or making 1 is a big blunder here. Well, after you see the position, this is very beautiful. You have 4 primes here with 4 point made, and you have 2 checkers contained. After you make a 2 point on the 1 point, you couldn't. The blitz will not be successful because you have only 9 checkers in the zone, and you have 3 guys back against 4 prime. So simply go for the priming battle and play natural plays. I don't remember which one I chose, but I'm sure that I hit one of them. I made. So this is the most difficult problem, I think. 3-1. Well, there are a bunch of plays, but I included only 3 plays. Make a 4 point, or make 21 point, or make both 21 and 22. Well, among those 3, making a 2 point, I mean 21 and 22, double anchor is the worst play, I must say, and I hope no one in the guest speaker will choose it. Otherwise, you must go back to the. Alright, I'm very happy. So, who chose 4 points? Please put your hands up. Who chose 4 points? Okay? Victor and Mark. And who chose the 21 points? Alright. 21 point is the right play.
Okay.
So at first, I actually thought that making a 4 is right, and then I changed my opinion because I kind of know the positions always when it's a prime versus a prime. The key is always in these positions. Usually, even the cost of this one is to get to the edge of the prime. You have 4 men behind the prime right now, and you're not anchored on the 4 point. And I thought that took precedence over making my own 4 point. And I think it's also going to be safer for the long run. In other words, I won't be able to get blitzed. So I'm just going to sit there and wait, and then come off the 4 point if I roll 6. And it's going to be a lot safer for the long run. Even though I'm going to give up making my own 4, it leaves what, ace-5 and 2-5. Even rolling a 2 and the guy links up on my 2, then I can't really play effectively my numbers. So I just thought that I want to be safe, and the safest was then to make the advanced 4 points. And that's usually the best way to go when you're behind the prime.
I have a similar reasoning. I considered hitting those on 4 points and making some 1 point also. But middle game, middle play. But I finally thought that I should jump out of the prime, jump over the prime.
Okay, thank you. As you see, the difference between 2 plays is only 23, which is very small. But this move changes strategy a lot because after you make a 4 point, you have to go 4. After you make 21 points, you can sit there for 1. As you see, making a 4 point wins more games. 31%. Compared to 30.2%. So this play makes a 4 point wins most games. However, it loses a lot more games. Obviously, you have no anchors, 5 lots exposed, and so that you win more, but you lose a much more games. So that's part of the reason why making 21 is a better play. But I mean, this is very difficult. Sometimes, back can just deliver. Okay, point number 6. Okay, let me tell you the result for so far. Marcosen has 2, Olafo has 3, and Victor 2, and Sabri 2. So 2, 3, 2, 2. It's very close. Olafo is 1 point ahead. Does anyone have 4 already? 4! Lots of fingers. Oh my gosh. Can you have 5? No 5. Okay, 4. 5, 4? Oh, okay, good. Okay, next problem number 6, 5, 4. Once again, it is a 3 plays. Making a 2 point or making a 1 point or 2 down. Once again, I must say 2 down is a horrible play, so I hope no one chose it. Okay, safe. So, among those making a point, actually making a 2 point is much better. Who chose making a 2? Okay, let's try.
Yeah, like I said, playing 2 down is powerful because it doesn't achieve it needs 2 blocks and a lot of hidden numbers. And it doesn't do numbers. And between making the deuce point and making the ace point, I choose the deuce point because it builds the forward prime, keeps him on the ace point where I want him to be, and gives me a chance just to build the prime. We had in the race, and we don't have to be desperate. Building ace point gives too many folds again. So the position becomes inflexible, and him entering on 2, 3, or 4 would not make me happy and would not give me much of a chance to extend my prime. Just more flexible position overall.
I misunderstood this position, and now I can see why I think I did it. I was misapplicating the concept of blitzing a single checker, and we're up 17 pips, so I was thinking that I was going to blitz so I could escape my back checkers. But the fact that we own the bar point and we have the spare checker on the 5, that actually makes the priming potential quite good. So, like Victor said, we have him where we want him, and we have the potential to blitz the prime. So I kind of underestimated that and misapplicated the theme of blitzing to escape. But now I can see the risk.
All right, thank you very much, everyone. I would like to add one more thing. If you make an ace point, you have only 2 builders, 6 points and 7 points, right? But if you make a 2 points, you can use 5 point and 6 point and 7 point as a builder to make somewhere, or you can point off them. So it's much, you have 1 more builders, and also if you make a point, he has 27 numbers to come in, obviously, which you don't want to do that. And if you make a 2 point, he has only 20 points to step up onto a team. And also the last thing is in backgammon in general, the hitting prevents him doing something else over here. However, in this position, even if black has a free roll, he has nothing to do. You know, black doesn't have nothing to do. He has no builders, no checkers, so black can't blind him. Black couldn't make a point. So giving him a free roll is okay here. You know, that's part of the reason why hitting is not so important. So let's go to the number 7. From number 7, this is also very tricky, difficult to organize. So you have 3 plays, hit on the ace point, or play safe, 9, 6, and 8, 3, very ugly, or you can play down, you can pull down. Does anyone choose 2 down? 2 down? Alright, no one. Okay, 2 down is actually the worst play. Who chose the hitting play? Victor and Sato? Who chose the safe but ugly play? 9-6 to 8-3? Mark and Falafel. Okay, Mark and Falafel is alright. Okay, let's ask Falafel.
Alright, so you just have a static position, you're not doing anything, you're not trying to do anything, you don't want to get hit. If you hit on the ace, even you can't cover it. Typically when you want to hit something loose, you want to have a checker in place that covers it. And usually when you don't have that, that should give you an idea that that's probably the wrong move. And then bringing 2 down is obviously wrong. What makes it wrong is that if you should get hit with some of those numbers, you're losing the game immediately. Immediately you become a tremendous underdog. You don't add too much value, and the cost is a lot to get hit. So you can't do that, which is why Mochy said it's the worst. So that leaves the only option, which I chose, to be safe. And it's like a waiting move. I'm just waiting to see what he's going to roll now. And at the same time, I'm not exposing him.
Yeah, I was capable to avoid the 2 down. However, I had a hard time to choosing the hitting or waiting move. The problem of hitting play is you can't cover. Possible. First of all, you might get hit by ace. And second of all, you can't cover. You have only 7 and 12 to cover. And even if black enters 4 and 5, it would be a big trouble too. So it's just not worth it. So you should just wait 9, 6, and 8, 3 and see what's going on. And you can play from the back if you roll 6. So the waiting move is like play here. So the result so far is Mark has 3 points, Falafel has 5 points, Victor has 3 points, and Sabri has 2 points. And 3 more problems to go. 6-1. Another climbing position. You have 3 plays. You can step up, you can come out with 6 and hit with 6-5, or you can 1 down and hit, or you can just run out from 23 to 16. Alright, who chose 20 to 16 and 6-5? Come out and hit. Alright. Come out and hit. Okay. Who chose come out and hit? Okay, Falafel and Sabi. Hit. I said come out and hit. Who chose 16 to 10 and hit? Come down and hit. So who chose just come out from 23 to 16? Alright, the correct way here is come out and only Falafel get it right? Unpublished, okay, sorry. Okay, let's ask Sabri's opinion. Falafel talks too much already.
I think this is a similar idea. Prior primary positions have to come out, that's for sure. And then if black rolls a 5, I don't want the black to make a point there. So I make a point there, I lose immediately.
Alright, thank you. I have very useful rule of thumb in climbing battle. If you are not sure, you should always come out with 6. Okay? You have 3 men back against 4 climb, and for sure you have to come out with 6. And for sure you have to hit with 5. This is even clearer here because after you hit 5 and you don't get hit back with 5, you can cash. Okay, so you don't need to have an extra cover because you can always cash. So that's even clearer in this position. Actually, I chose the light range, I think. So number 2, it could be very easy or it could be very difficult, right? By the way, I chose, of course, horrible blunder here. I just didn't see it. But here, as a quiz, you can have the choices, so you will see it, you know. But, okay, you have 3 plays, make a 4 and 1 switch, or you make 22 and hit, or you can make 22, make a 4 and 8 6. So please put your hands up who chose 4 point and switch 3 to 1. Almost everybody. Oh my god. Okay. And that's the light play. By far. Alright, who wants to speak?
Yeah, well, actually, even before you showed that, we all agreed that it was the easiest position on the candy test.
It's not easy, it was both, I'm pretty sure.
Right, because not because 6-4 and 3-1 is so great, but because there is nothing else. There is no alternative which come even close. 6-4 and 3-1 achieved gives us 2 points to boost in the group because probably some type of skill. Where any other play just makes just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't move up.
You have it, yes. If we make 22-point anchor, we reduce our opportunity to move to the end of the prime also. So it's useless. So we have to do something else. We have to leave them as it is.
Yeah, actually, I think I chose like 22 and make a 4-point and 8 to 6. After I saw the play, it's very clear, but I didn't see it. Because, you know, you don't want to make a 22 point. That's very stupid. You prime yourself. You want to step up to 21 instead of 22. Here, as it is, you have 1 and 3 to step up. If you do this, you have only 1 to do. And after switching, you know, he might dance, then you have 1 and 3 and 6. 1 you can step up, 3 you can step up, 6 you can hit. And if he enters, you know, he exposed 2 blocks, so that maybe you can hit again, and you have, you know, buy some time to step up to the 21. Stepping up to 21 is really the key, and making 22 is just, you know, prime. Oh my God, okay. Falafel already scored 7, and he is already the winner among the guest speakers. Congratulations. Okay, Mark scored 4. So far, I have 1 more province left. Mark 4, Falafel 7, Victor 4, Sabri 4. Okay, it's very close except Falafel. Anyone who has 8 province right? 8? Okay, 7. Oh, okay, wow, what's your name? Nasu. Okay, from Turkey. Ilan, okay, great. You have a chance to win. So one province left. This is the last one, province number 10, 3-5. Well, three choices. 1, you can 2 down, leaving a 15 shot, or you can play 14 to 6, 15 shot as well. And you can play leaving ugly 8 to 3 and 6 to 3. What? Yoga? What's that? This is ridiculous. I was in the climb, right? Okay. Who chose the ridiculous play? 8 to 3, 6 to 3. Oh my God, 3 player. Oh, okay. You really do that? Okay. Who chose 13 to 10 and 13 to 8? Okay. A couple of others. Who chose 14 to 6? Or which one? The right play here is a client play. This is light by 4.
Ungern. Aber der Schuss ist natürlich
Yeah, okay. Falafel will explain why is that.
50% verlierst du das.
Okay, so this is anti-thematic to make that move, but I know in a lot of these positions, when you look at them, you can look at Black's position. Black has no weaknesses. He has a perfect 5-point prime, no blocks, nothing. So anything that hits, you're basically losing immediately. So that means that when you make the safe play, now it's not your turn to roll, it's Black's turn to roll. So he must do something now. Okay? If he rolls like 5-3 or some numbers where he has to move his checkers, and now he's going to be playing with blocks, and then he's not going to have a perfect position like he has now. Okay? I think like if he had a block on the 3-point, then I would volunteer a shot, for example. But because of the nature of the position, I'm inclined to play safe because it's so dangerous to get hit here. Okay? This is a pay now or pay later decision. Actually, I have something good to say about this.
this is a pay now or pay later deteriorating and not improving. So in our case, that's also a check. But in our opponent's case, he's not weak now, he already has a strong position. So that's not a check. If he had a weak position now, but was about to get a stronger position, that would be a check for making the pay now play. So that's basically just it for me right there. That is just, we need to have all of these factors in check before we make the pay now play, and the opponent's position is just too strong here. Yeah. And the last one is the inner board strength. We don't have the strongest inner board, so I would just pick the same thing.
All right, let me add one more thing. I just let the numbers that white can roll in the next row if you play safe. If white rolls 6-5 in the next row, white can play 6 down, 5 down, leaving only 12 shots instead of 15 shots right now, okay? Or 6-4, 6-4 you can give actually 15 shots, but the same amount of shots. 6-1, you can actually clear 14 points, 6-1. 5-4, you can clear mid-point, leaving only 12 shots instead of 15 shots. If you go through all the numbers, actually 15 shots giving right now is too much, because you can give less in the next row. So why you want to pay more? As they say, you know, he has a perfect timing. And right now, blackboard is the strongest moment. So you don't want to give a shot when he has a strongest ball. You can just wait one more row and pay later. That's the key of this picture, I think. So okay, let's see who won the entire field. Among the guest speakers, Falafel scored 8, and he is the winner of the among the guest speakers. So, who scored 9? Is there anyone? No, of course not. 8? You don't know? What's your name? Do you have a spreadsheet? Okay, Falafel 8. 7. You? Okay, Masood. Michael Larsen also scored 7. Oh my god, okay. So, Falafel is winner of the entire field too. Congratulations. Okay, Michael Larsen and Masood scored 7. So you guys have second, but I have a tiebreaker for you. Okay, just one more problem. Just for Masood and Michael Larsen. There's no choices. You know, you have to think the best play here and within 1 minute. Best play here. No, yeah. Tell me your answers. Oh, I forgot to ask who is the best among the intermediate players. Is there any intermediate players actually? 2? Only 2? Okay. Any intermediate player here? No, you are not intermediate. Any intermediate player who took the test, who took the quiz here? If he is the only one, he is the winner. And he's got only 2. Ethan, you play intermediate? You? Oh my god. Poland director play intermediate. No, just tell me. You want to go first?
I go borrow. 13 or 10. 10 or 10 or 6. 10. 1, 3, 4. 3.
Okay, what's yours?
I think I just play 22, 2 down, and start with 3 back.
You make 22, 2 down, and 6 to 3.
So the second highest score goes to Michael Larson. Congratulations! This is the end of my lecture, and thank you very much for attending. Thank you very much.
Everything is cancelled. I have the 10. I have the 10. I'm sorry. I have the 10. You check. All right. Everyone, your attention. Everybody's here now. So please remind you, 8 o'clock we have the cocktail welcome party with band and music. Please be there at 8 o'clock. After that, immediately after the cocktail party, we're starting the tournament. What? And big hands for Mochy. Big hands.
So thank you, Mochy, for the great seminar. Let's go back to practice what we have learned. Anybody wants to play jackpot? Okay, player for $100 jackpot. Last one to go, $100 jackpot.
Oh, I'm sorry.